If the whole world's businesses are on sale, can an investor do anything else but buy? Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. This is Pradeep and you're watching Vlog of Note. In this video, I'm going to tell you about 3 reasons why I'm adding the stock of Aegis Logistics to my portfolio. Note, I didn't say I'm bullish about it. I said I'm adding it to my portfolio. Let's get started. So usual disclaimer here, I'm not a SEBI registered expert. I'm just a person who has made a reasonable amount of money by investing in the stock market. Every investment that I talk about are investments that I have made using my own money. If you want to make your own investments, you should do your own market research. Now, what is Aegis Logistics? Well, they are India's leading oil, gas, chemicals, transport or logistics company. Now, they were founded in 1956, so they're pretty ancient by today's standards. And 2 things that I really like about this company. One is the group president, Sudhir Malhotra, who has a lot of skin in the game, and also the fact that they're integrated. They have several related business lines, including tank terminals, filling stations, pipelines, and even conversion facilities. Basically, if you have energy in one form, they will be able to convert it into another form and transport it. Before we get into the video, you should understand that today we are in a bear market. All stocks are going down. So there is a very high likelihood that after you purchase stocks of Aegis Logistics, it might still go down. If you just take a look at their 52-week high, this stock was trading at about 400 rupees. Right now, it's at about 200. So obviously, a lot of correction has happened. Anyway, there are 3 reasons why I'm adding this stock to my portfolio now. The first reason obviously has to do with earnings. Q3 has gone by and Q4 is around the corner. However, we have some Q3 numbers which are pretty interesting in my opinion. Now, earnings per share or EPS has gone up by 28% every single year for the last 2 years. And as Peter Lynch has said, and I'm fond of repeating, there is a 100% correlation between the earnings growth and the stock price. If the earnings go up at a particular rate, the stock price also should go up at that same rate. The earnings of Aegis Logistics have gone up by 28% over the last 2 years, but the stock price has only gone up by 7%. Another interesting fact here is that the revenue of Aegis Logistics is supposed to go up by 40% over the next year. Now, if you compare this to the fact that the industry itself is only growing at 19%, you look at Aegis Logistics, they're growing at twice the industry. Oh, and another interesting fact here, even on a sequential basis, Q3 versus Q2, Q3 had about 1,200 crores and Q2 had only 600 crores. So their total income has nearly doubled. The second reason why I'm adding the stock of Aegis Logistics over to my portfolio is because of a recent joint venture that they did with Royal Vopak. Now, usually I have a Wikipedia test for my stocks. That is, I like to see that the stock has a Wikipedia page. And unfortunately, Aegis Logistics does not have a Wikipedia page. But their joint venture partner does. That's Royal Vopak of the Netherlands. Now, this company is super massive. They have over 5,000 employees and they are the world's leading independent tank storage company. Basically, you have LNG. These guys are integral to LNG terminals. Now, in the June-July period of last year, they have signed a JV with Aegis Logistics. Basically, they're going to be setting up 8 terminals across 5 major ports in India. If this doesn't sound like too much, consider the fact that these terminals are going to have a combined throughput of 960,000 cubic meters. The timing of this JV is also rather good because last year the Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced the PMUY scheme Part 2. Now, this is the same scheme that a few years into 2016 actually managed to connect 80 million underprivileged homes in India to LPG connections. And this year they are on track to add in 6 million in line with their 10 million number. Now, overall, I think Aegis has signed a very advantageous JV with Royal Vopak and the timing is great. The third reason why I'm adding the stock of Aegis Logistics over to my portfolio has to do with their fundamentals. Now, this is a bear market. A lot of stocks are going down, But if the fundamentals are good, eventually that company will do well. The fundamentals of Aegis Logistics are pretty good. The ROE, or return on equity, is calculated by the net profit divided by the total shareholders' equity, and that stands at about 14%. And while that may not seem impressive to you, if you add in the EBITDA that's been growing at a very fast rate, and you consider the fact that 47% of their EBITDA is now turned into cash flow, I think this company is well poised on ROE growth. Their dividend payout ratio is also not too high, so they're investing a lot of their money back into their business. If you look at the insider stake in this company, I spoke about Sudhir Malhotra. This is one of the companies in which the insiders have a lot of stake. As Charlie Munger has said, show me the incentive and I will show you the outcome. Basically, if insiders have skin in the game, they are incentivized to work for shareholders like you and me. If you look at their debt position also, it's pretty good. Last year in September, they had about 194 million rupees in net cash. Therefore, their EBITDA growing at a pretty fast rate. This company isn't going broke anytime soon. I'm not the only one who's bullish about this stock. There are analyst targets of 285 rupees, implying an upside of over 40%. You could do a lot worse than invest in this company right about now. If you have any questions, please do drop them in the comment section down below. As always, please go over to YouTube, subscribe to the Vlog of Note channel, ring that notification bell so that you never miss a video, and I will see you guys in the next episode.